9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, check, 2. Hey,
Fine till this morning.
See,
It's been quiet.
that's a horrible feel when you go and it's the wrong place and you're.
I was there at
I know.
18, man. I think because I played for this before.
All right, one more time, and
Actually studying all summer.
give me
Studying?
different
Yeah, I'm getting
levels
into coding.
of speech.
Really?
Nine, 10, 11, 12. Check. 1, 2, 2, 2. Hey, hey. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which one?
Here.
Both repeats?
No repeat.
Winter? Thanks. Prayer? Prayer, not the Lord's Prayer. Just the prayer.
Keep going until you see this.
Which one?
Better. Well, I don't know. You passed it. Start with 40. Oh, sorry. Just play from beginning till 40. We'll get the cuts in the middle, but 40 back to the beginning.
So straight to 40 and back.
Okay.
Until when? Once
40.
we yeah.
And
then go back to
I'll make it pretty obvious.
Okay.
We'll cut off at like 13 and a half or something. You know what? Oreos instead. Yes. Might be time for a start. Yeah. Let's do Oreos a little bit. It's after World War. It's a few. Oh, they won Rondo. Oh, they won Rondo. Who passed Rondo? Who passed Foul Rondo? Yeah, it's like in the front. I don't know if they were front. Right. Time for us to play that first stuff. Oh, second, okay, sorry. Oh, I saw it. You take it out. Oh, no. Yeah, it's in the. It's okay. It's after. It's after trumpet voluntary in D, which was the first, the very Rondo. Yeah, Moray Rondo. Towards the front, after the prayer, after Brandenburg. I see it. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, you're getting close. Voluntary. There. Okay. Thank you. Twice, okay?
What did you say? Twice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, twice.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please take your seats. We would like to acknowledge those joining us for today's ceremony via live streaming, both here at the Gwinnett Center, as well as those viewing the ceremony via the internet. The Georgia Gwinnett College 2014 Summer Commencement Program will begin momentarily. For your convenience and safety, a first aid station is located in the Lake Gallery to the left of the main doors as you enter the ballroom. If at any time you or a member of your family feel you are in need of medical assistance, please notify a program usher and you will be escorted to the first aid station. These Georgia Gwinnett staff members and students are wearing black and white attire and can be identified by their green and white GGC name tags. Please note that the closest restrooms are located in the Lake Gallery area, directly outside the entrance to the ballroom, to the left and to the right of the main ballroom doors. At this time, in consideration of program attendees, please silence your cell phones or other electronic devices. We ask that your devices remain silenced for the duration of today's commencement program. For the comfort and safety of all program participants and guests, we ask you to honor our graduates and their accomplishments today by refraining from loud talking, excessive texting, blowing air horns, and using other noise-making devices during the program. This will aid us in ensuring, to the greatest degree possible, a clear broadcast of the ceremony and proper recognition of each graduate. We also ask that you refrain from excessive movements during the ceremony to avoid distraction from the program activities. During the ceremony, we invite you to take pictures of graduates from your seats. Please consider the visibility of other guests as you stand to take photos. Professional photographs will also be taken of each graduate during the presentation of diplomas. Again, we request that all cell phones or other electronic devices be silenced during the ceremony. What does it say for?
I'm fine again.
Which one?
I'm fine.
Go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Summer 2014 Commencement Ceremony for Georgia Gwinnett College. We hope you enjoyed the beautiful music provided by the Amadeus String Ensemble. The selections you have just heard were the Brandenburg Concerto No. 3 by Bach, Hornpipe from Water Music by Handel, Rondeau by Moret, Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik. At this time, the GGC Foundation would like to thank and acknowledge our community friends and sponsors, as well as our faculty, staff, and students, whose generosity and support have made the Summer 2014 Commencement Ceremony possible. We would also like to express our appreciation to the GGC ROTC Color Guard, the Amadeus String Ensemble, our soloist, Sean Stevenson, and our GGC staff and students for their special roles in today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we begin the procession of the Georgia Gwinnett College faculty, graduating students, and platform party. The processional is led by faculty representatives from 4 of the 6 schools within Georgia Gwinnett College: business, education, liberal arts, and science and technology. The 2 remaining schools are health sciences and transitional studies. These 4 faculty members are designated as standard bearers for today's commencement program. The faculty representatives carry a standard bearing one of the 4 core values of Georgia Gwinnett College: leadership, service, creativity, and scholarship. Dr. Louis Torres, Assistant Professor of Marketing, representing the School of Business, carries the standard of leadership. The standard of leadership reflects Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to inspire innovation in our students and to manage change. Accordingly, GGC graduates learn to model purposeful, intentional actions that enable those around them to work together in cohesive and coherent ways toward common goals and objectives. Our students lead with both their hearts and their minds, as well as by example, and they encourage others to do the same. Dr. Jamie Lewis, Assistant Professor of Curriculum and Instruction, represents the School of Education and carries the standard of service. This standard affirms Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to encourage each graduate to contribute actively in ways that will result in a positive impact on their local, state, national, and international communities. Dr. Megan Stewart, Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice and Criminology, representing the School of Liberal Arts, carries the standard of creativity. The hallmarks of creativity include curiosity, intellectual versatility, imagination, and critical and creative thinking. These attributes enable our graduates to embrace different modes of thought and varied perspectives, to see the relationships among disparate ideas and situations, and to forge new connections in order to arrive at innovative solutions. Dr. David Purcell, Professor of Chemistry, represents the School of Science and Technology and carries the standard of scholarship. This standard illustrates Georgia Gwinnett's dedication to developing graduates into lifelong intentional learners. As such, these graduates learn to discover, acquire, integrate, and apply knowledge in ways that enhance both their lives and the lives of others. GGC faculty members process immediately behind the standards, representing the academic ranks of full, associate, or assistant professor and instructor. The distinct regalia worn by faculty reflect both their disciplines as well as the colors of the varied institutions where their individual degrees were conferred. Additional meaning of the colors and academic regalia is outlined on page 12 in the commencement program. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the procession of the Georgia Gwinnett College graduating class of 2014. We will now begin the processional of the platform party and distinguished guests, which include the President of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stash Przewski, our guest speaker, Chancellor Hank Huckabee, Regent Richard Tucker, Trustee Tommy Hughes, senior leadership of the college, academic deans, leadership of the GGC Faculty Senate, leadership of the Division of Student Affairs, the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation, the Student Government Association President, the Summer 2014 Student Speaker, a representative from the Army ROTC, and representatives from the Office of Enrollment Management. Dr. Sam Pepys, Professor of Marketing and International Business, leads the platform party. As the senior charter faculty member in attendance, Dr. Pepys represents the entire GGC faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the posting of the colors by the Georgia Gwinnett College Army ROTC and the singing of our national anthem. The national anthem will be performed by Sean Stevenson, who is a member of GGC Voices, our student chorus, under the direction of Doctors Mark Gilley and Irina Escalante Chernova, assistant professors of music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We have just heard the wonderful vocal talent of Sean Stevenson. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stash Przewski.
Good morning. It's always good morning when they get my name right. It's my distinct privilege to serve as president for Georgia Gwinnett College and to welcome all of you to the 2014 summer semester commencement ceremony. This morning we will honor more than 100 students who have earned their bachelor's degrees. This brings our total to just under 2,000 graduates since we turned this little kudzu patch over in Lawrenceville into the 5th-ranked published college in the South, according to U.S. News and World Report. I also want to welcome the parents, families, members, and friends who are here to celebrate this day with us, as well as representatives of GGC's faculty and their staff. We have several distinguished guests who are sharing their morning with us. Our speaker, Chancellor Hank Huckabee, our regent from this region, Richard Tucker, Lawrenceville Mayor Judy Jordan Johnson. Where are you, Mayor? GGC Foundation Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Tommy Hughes. And we also have with us a representative from the United States Army today for a special commissioning ceremony, and that is Captain Ted Dunham. On behalf of the college, I want to express our deepest appreciation for your support of GGC and our students. We're delighted to have you with us today. Special thanks to Laura James and her entire commencement committee for making this special day and all the arrangements to allow us to be here today. I'd also like to take a moment to especially thank the families who have supported our students on their great journey that landed them here today. Everyone's situation is different, but it's never easy to balance time between family, work, and college. And of course, life's challenges do not stop while you're working on a college degree. For many of you who recall 6 years ago, either during an open house to recruit you for Georgia Gwinnett College or during orientation, I asked the following question to family members and to the students. I said, how many of you think it's a good idea to go to college? A lot of people raised their hands, and if you recall, I said it's not a good idea to go to college. A lot of people go to college and have a lot of debt, but very few graduate. You've beaten the odds. It's a great idea to graduate from college, and you've got through all the hoops to get here today, and you've beaten the odds nationally in being here today. So congratulations. Graduating from college is a very good idea. Can you take the volume down just a hair, please? We're getting reverb up here. Some had a harder road than others. For example, last spring semester, a pickup truck collided with one of our graduates' Montana Quick's motorcycle. Truck, motorcycle, not a good mix. Breaking his right clavicle, 3 ribs, 6 vertebrae, and also leaving him with a shattered ankle, a concussion, and a collapsed lung. Lots of excuses for not handing in the paper. For many weeks, while Montana was in a boot, neck brace, and sling, his wife Amanda wheeled him to his classes. He finished the semester on the president's list. Montana appreciates his supportive professors, especially Professors David Purcell and James Bolton, for helping him through that difficult time in his life and in his college career. But had it not been for his wife Amanda's dedication to his success, Montana would not likely be graduating today. Amanda, are you with us today? Please stand. Amanda, how are you? Motorcycle accidents are not the key to success in graduating, however, so. This might be an extreme example, but rest assured that if you're here today to celebrate a loved one's graduation, it is your support, both large and small, that has been critical to their success and their achievement of a college education and the receipt of their degree today. So on behalf of all of the students, I thank you on behalf of Georgia Gwinnett College and on behalf of the students. Students, good time to thank those who supported you. Graduates, you are GGC's second summer graduating class. According to the commencement survey, you range in age from 22 is the youngest to 47 years old, a spread of 25 years. 1/3 of you took full advantage of opportunities to enhance your educational experience through participation in student organizations, student government, honor societies, and our honors program. In fact, 20% of you today are graduating with honors. Of the 30 or so planning to go on to graduate school, 6 will study law, 1 wants to pursue medicine, and several others want to obtain various professional advanced degrees. Some of you have very specific plans. Megan Johnson has mapped out a path to become a paralegal, then an attorney, and ultimately a judge. Finally, somebody who could fix my parking tickets. Ira Mahal not only plans to get his PhD, his doctorate, but wants to be one of the first GGC alumni to come back to this campus to teach. Jose Targa, our second ROTC cadet to receive his commission, will be moving to his first duty station in Germany, serving his country in a time of war. And Alex Fee will simply plans to be awesome. Alex, I'm sure you will be. This graduating class has experienced a remarkable final year at GGC. You witnessed the college grow to 11,000 students, becoming the 10th largest college in the Atlanta metropolitan region. You saw GGC ranked as the #5 top Southern public college by the U.S. News and World Report. We've been named a military-friendly school by 2 different organizations, and recently selected as one of only 9 institutions for a national program dedicated to increasing the number of first-generation and non-traditional college graduates, something that this young college already does quite well on its own. You watched our new Allied Health and Sciences building take shape, and about 150 of your parking spots disappear in the process. And it sits ready for an open house and open classes in just a couple of weeks. You successfully nominated Dr. Richard Pennington for the University System of Georgia's Board of Regents Teaching Excellence Award, which he won. And you have cheered as, in only their very first season in which they're eligible for intercollegiate championships in athletics, the Grizzlies brought home our first national and regional championships. Our men and women's tennis team won the national title, while our baseball team went on to the World Series. And they did it as scholar athletes, which all of the athletics teams average GPA higher than the student body as a whole. They did it right. Time does not permit me to list all of the distinctions this class has earned as individual students and as groups. We are all very proud of your achievements, and we look forward to hearing about your future successes as you keep us informed. Speaking on your behalf today is Blaze Chamberlain. A native Californian, Blaze graduated from high school in Portland, Oregon in 2003. He's one of 5 of today's graduates who have served or are currently serving in the United States military. And let us all pause briefly to thank them for their service to our nation. In fact, at this time, I'd like to ask all those present today, students, guests, faculty, and all others, who have served our nation in your communities, either in the military, in the Peace Corps, as first responders, or more importantly, as family members of these who have supported them through their selfless service to their communities and to our nation. All of those in that category, family members or members of the Armed Forces, Peace Corps, or first responders and their families, please stand at this time to be recognized. Because of people like yourselves who make these days possible, and we really appreciate what you do for us. Blaze served in the Marines and was deployed to Iraq in 2008. After a 5-year tour in the military, he decided to pursue a bachelor's degree in biology here at Georgia Gwinnett. During his years at GGC, he became a member of the Golden Key Honor Society and served as an officer of the Law Society. Blaze hopes to soon obtain a position teaching biology for the Gwinnett County Public Schools, but is keeping his options open for possibly attending law school in the near future. Blaze, it's all yours.
Thank you, Stott, for the introduction. Welcome, family, friends, guests, and fellow graduates. I am honored and thankful for the opportunity to be your student speaker today. GGC is a premier institution that has accomplished many great things since its founding in 2005. I started at GGC in 2011, and in my short time here, the school has grown from just over 5,000 students to almost 11,000 and counting. I have also witnessed GGC climb the US News and World Report rankings and become a top 5 Southern public regional college. When I arrived in 2011, the athletics program consisted of intramurals and throwing a frisbee or football around one of the many fields on campus. In the last 2 years, however, as you have just heard from our president, GGC has founded a first-class athletics program. However, all of these tremendous feats are the type that can be easily tracked on paper. I would like to share with you all today a brief inside look into the GGC experience that is difficult to chart, but makes the student experience at GGC unlike any other. Every professor I have had at GGC made a significant contribution to my education, and I would not be standing here today if not for them. When I got out of the Marine Corps and decided to go to college, I was, if I'm being honest, a little bit nervous, and my confidence was brittle. That all quickly changed as I began classes and discovered that at GGC, all of my classes were small, and I could always get help when I needed it. I also discovered that all the professors were given personal cell phones that we, the students, could call or text whenever we needed help. Despite this help, my confidence dropped as I struggled in Organic Chemistry 1. Although I earned an A in the course, I struggled mightily with the portion of the material that was going to carry over into Organic 2, and it frightened me. So much, in fact, that night I spent hours investigating alternate majors that would allow me to circumvent Organic Chemistry 2 altogether. Eventually, I decided to stick with a biology major and take Organic Chemistry 2 in my last semester, which ended up being this summer. This is perhaps one of the most ill-advised decisions I have ever made. Like if I just ignored organic chemistry over time, it would magically go away or get easier. The truth of the situation hit hard when I took my first quiz at the beginning of the summer semester, which of course contained a hefty portion of Organic 1 review material, and I failed it epically. Once again, now however, with a track record of academic success and a 4.0 GPA, those thoughts of doubt crept back into my mind, and I actually dropped the course after the first day, since in the shortened summer term, you only have 1 day to drop a class. Upon finding out that I had dropped, my professor, Dr. May-Yin Choi, made a personal phone call to me at 10:30 at night. She encouraged me to stay in the course and assured me that I would be successful with some hard work. I had until midnight that day to add the course back into my schedule. Dr. Choi's support gave me the nudge of confidence I needed, and at 11:58 p.m., I added the course back. Now earlier, when I said that I would not be standing here in front of you today, Without these great professors, some of you might have thought, oh my, what a cliche. But as you can see, my standing here in front of you today is evidence of my success. And it was literally 2 minutes away from not becoming a reality. And that is no cliche. I wish I had the time to individually recognize all of the great professors that have impacted me, but I promise you that would take all day, because that is just how extraordinary all the staff and faculty at GGC are. So I would like to extend a round of applause in thanks to the excellence and hard work that our faculty and staff exhibit on a daily basis. And to my particular group of friends from Organic Chemistry 1 2 years ago, who made the smart choice and completed Organic Chemistry 2 the next semester, I finally joined the club. And I expect the link to where I can also order online my I Survived Organic Chemistry t-shirt. I'm going to sport it too. Thank you all for attending. And once again, thank you for the honor of being your student commencement speaker. And to all of my fellow graduates, congratulations.
If you haven't noticed, on campus, we've built a new allied health and sciences building that was in anticipation that he needed to come back and try again at organic chemistry. So I don't know what we'll do with the building now, but thanks, Blaze. It's my distinct honor to introduce today's keynote speaker, Chancellor Hank Huckabee of the University System of Georgia. For those of you unfamiliar with the university system, Chancellor Huckabee leads the central organization that manages all 31 of Georgia's public colleges and universities, including GGC. In other words, he's my boss, so please be on your best behavior today. More importantly, he is a friend, a great friend of this institution, and a mentor to me and to all 31 presidents throughout the system. He became USG's 12th chancellor in 2011. He oversees an annual budget of $7.5 billion with a B dollars and a staff of more than 45,000 people, all focused on fulfilling the university system's teaching, research, and public service mission to more than 300,000 students from Georgia and beyond. No stranger to higher education, Chancellor Huckabee has been a teacher and an administrator in the university system and has taught at private colleges and universities as well. He's held key positions in the Governor's Office of Planning and Budget, the Georgia Department of Community Affairs, and the Georgia Residential Finance Authority. He also served in Georgia's state legislature as a representative of Georgia House District 113. Chancellor Huckabee is a board member of the Georgia Chamber of Commerce, the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, and the Georgia Partnership for Excellence in Education. He currently serves as either a board or a commission member for a number of other organizations focused on higher education. Chancellor Huckabee himself is an alumnus of the USG, having earned both his bachelor's and his master's degree from Georgia State and attended graduate school at the University of Georgia. As chancellor, he emphasizes performance, partnerships, and values as he builds strong public and political support for the university system's contributions to the state's economic future and its individual success. Most importantly, Chancellor Huckabee is a wise and humble man who provides consistently clear guidance and leadership for this college and all the colleges. He has led more positive change in this short 3 years that he's been chancellor than one can imagine. And each initiative he has undertaken indeed moved us all towards a more educated Georgia. So please join me in welcoming back to our community a great friend of Georgia Gwinnett College, Chancellor Hank Huckabee.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for the job you're doing. I bring the greetings from the University System of Georgia, the Board of Regents. It's a great opportunity and honor for me to be here to speak to distinguished guests on this platform, faculty, staff, more especially to the graduates that are here this morning. I enjoy going to commencements. I was one of those foolish people that when I was on the staff at the University of Georgia, I always looked forward to going to commencements. I think, quite frankly, I had trouble understanding why some faculty didn't enjoy that, but that's another story for another day. These kinds of occasions are hallmark events. They're a time of great joy for both the graduates and the parents, and sometimes a time of great relief for parents and graduates. When I began to think about what I wanted to say today on this commencement occasion, I looked back at how this got started, the tradition of having a commencement address. And it goes back, according some ways, to legend, that the first commencement address was done over 200 years ago at Harvard University. Legend has it that the address went on for 6 hours. The first part was in Latin, the second part was in Greek, and at the end of it, the graduates had to pass an exam. Now, let me assure you that I will not speak 6 hours. The president's hoping I will speak at least 6 minutes, and I will do that. But it will be in English, and it will be brief, and there will be no examination. Well, that was the longest commencement speech. So I thought I would look at, well, what were the shortest commencement speeches that we have record of? Some in this audience who are my contemporaries in terms of age will remember a well-known humorist called Art Buchwald, a very funny man. He once said at a commencement speech to the graduates, "As you can clearly see, we are leaving you a pretty perfect world. Don't screw it up." And then he sat down. Well, there's a little different flavor. There's a writer, a humorist that many of you, again, my contemporaries may remember, Kurt Vonnegut. He got up to a group of graduates like this and he said, "Everything is going to become unbelievably worse and will never get better again." And he walked off the stage. Well, the truth lies somewhere in between there. These are obviously two examples of short speeches, but I don't think they reflect on either end the reality. Despite what Art Buchwald said, we certainly are not handing you a perfect world. In fact, the events of the last couple of months give tragic evidence of that. But that doesn't mean that Kurt Vonnegut was right either. His short speech reminded me of a book called The Population Bomb, written by a biology professor at Stanford University. His name was Paul Ehrlich. In the 1970s, he predicted huge worldwide food shortages that would cause hundreds of millions of people to starve to death. He also went on to forecast that during the 1970s, all important animal life in the sea would die, creating a stench that would trigger large-scale evacuations around the world's coastlines. Furthermore, he said by the year 2000, the United Kingdom would cease to become only a dwindling group of impoverished islands inhabited by starving people. Of course, none of that happened, and today we find his predictions both amusing and absurd. However, when you step back, you could conclude that Ehrlich was looking at a very high level, but in some regards, he was on the right track. Among the greatest ongoing challenges of our world continues to be that of feeding a growing world population and preserving our natural environment at the same time. However, as I look at these graduates and graduates that I've faced and met at other institutions, we can quickly see where Ehrlich went wrong. He focused on natural resources, but failed to take into account human resources, the human factor. People just like you here. People like you in this graduating class has great talent and ingenuity that will enable you to solve problems, to come up with new ideas, new technologies. And when you do that, you shift the picture to a different perspective. It becomes clear. It is transformed. The second thing that Ehrlich did not understand is that the human spirit is not so easily quenched. Coming up with the solutions and ideas to meet the challenges facing our world is not an easy task. If it were, someone would have already done it, and we would have mostly that perfect world that Art Wuchwald proclaimed. But we, you and I, we're persistent. If we fail, we pick ourselves up again and try it once more. What's more, we have the capacity to treat our failures as practice runs and learn from them, so that when we try again, we approach the problem from a different angle, or we come up with plan B or C or D or even E, if that's what it takes. Today, you college graduates and others like you at other colleges and university system are important. They're absolutely a critical resource for our future, for your future, and the future of this state. We need you to use the power of your education to help us meet the challenges that lie before us. However, there are a couple of important considerations to bear in mind and to take as you undertake this task. First, the degree you receive today does not mark the end of your education. It's only a milepost along the way. The world around us is changing so rapidly and has been for decades. So the fact that approaches and solutions that succeeded in the past can no longer be counted on to work in the future. So it is essential that you never stop learning. Beyond teaching you the subject matter of your chosen degree, the aim of this institution and the university system of Georgia has been and will always be to prepare you for lifelong education. I know that many of you probably didn't have college on your radar in high school. Some of you are adults who decided to either return to college or to begin college some years past high school. Others of you represent first generation in your family to attend college and earn a degree. Many years ago, I was in that same category. We who are privileged to be faculty, staff, and administrators in the university system of Georgia understand that our responsibility extends beyond just being here, offering classes, and granting degrees. Our overarching goal has been to teach you not just to complete assignments, but to learn, not just to take tests, but to solve problems, not just to memorize, but to think, not just to come up with the right answers, but to ask the right questions, not just to work hard, but to work smart. Obviously, these are skills that your future employers will value and require of you, but it is important also to understand that earning by itself is not living. An equally important part of education must be to help you to use the knowledge and skills you gained here at Georgia Gwinnett College to discern and focus on the things that will give your life meaning and value. Your goal should not be merely to have more, but to be more. Motivational author Tom Butler Bowden sums it up this way: anyone can get a job, but do you have a purpose? When each one of you uses your education not only to serve your own best interests, but also to serve the best interests of your community, then you will help to transform your community. That will give you an obvious purpose in life. And the difference you make will radiate out to help change Georgia, the United States, and the world, all for the better. Finally, I encourage you to honor and sustain another balance point in your life. Even as you immerse yourselves in your careers and in transforming your communities, balance those endeavors with time for your families and others you love and cherish. Those close personal ties are among the greatest treasures of life, and they will help keep you well-grounded. My final thought with you relates to using your knowledge and curiosity of the world in ways that leave you open to life's possibilities. Albert Einstein put it in this way: the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. He to whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stare, wrapped in awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. Never lose that sense of wonder and of curiosity that first brought you here to this institution. That sense of wonder and curiosity will now send you forward on the next unknown and mysterious phase of your life's journey. Each of you graduates, each of you has the potential to make Georgia and the world a better place. And we look forward to following your careers and celebrating the numerous achievements that lie ahead of you. That is our wish for you. We congratulate you on where you are today, and I wish Godspeed to you and your families in all that you do. God bless you.
Good morning. My name is Chase Goodwin, and I'm your Student Government Association of President of Georgia Gwinnett College. I want to thank Chancellor Huckabee for your words of wisdom that you have bestowed on the class of 2014 and all that you do for the University System of Georgia. I would like to present you this on behalf of Georgia Gwinnett College and the students of the graduating class of 2014.
We will now proceed with the conferral of degrees. I call on Interim Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs and Provost of the college, Dr. Lois Richardson, to acknowledge those candidates who will graduate with honors and to introduce the deans who will present the graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Pacheski. In a moment, the deans of the School of Business, the School of Education, the School of Liberal Arts, and the School of Science and Technology will present the candidates for their baccalaureate degrees: Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science. First, we will recognize those candidates who will graduate with special honors. Students graduating with these honors will be noted as they receive their degrees. Those graduating summa cum laude have earned a grade point average above 3.875. Magna cum laude reflects those graduates who earned a GPA above 3.75. And those students graduating cum laude have earned above a 3.50. Will those students graduating with special honors please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, in order, the following deans will present the candidates for their applicable degrees: Dr. Tyler Yu, Associate Dean of the School of Business; Dr. Kathy Moore, Dean of the School of Education; Dr. Adolfo Santos, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts; and Dr. Tom Mundy, Dean of the School of Science and Technology.
President Brzezinski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Business, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree in business administration. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration and the faculty of the School of Business please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, it is my privilege to present the candidate who has completed the prescribed course of study for the Bachelor of Science in Education. This candidate has, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidate with the major of early childhood education and the faculty of the School of Education please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science and the baccalaureate degree of arts. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. For the degree candidates with majors in English, history, political science, criminal justice, and psychology, and the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, please rise. Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Science and Technology, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with major in biology, information technology, and exercise science, and the faculty in the School of Science and Technology, please stand. Please be seated.
Will all summer 2014 Georgia Gwinnett College candidates for graduation and the faculty and the deans please rise? By the authority, wait for it. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please move the tassel to the left side of your hat to signify your new status. Please be seated. I will now be joined by Chancellor Huckabee as we prepare to issue diplomas. Graduates, you will also be congratulated by the dean of your school, the provost, immediately following receipt of your diploma. And ladies and gentlemen in the audience, if you don't mind, please be mindful of those around. If you come up to rush the stage, others might not be able to see. We'll have the photographs taken for you. So now, those who are to receive their diplomas, please come forward as your name is called.
Peggy Adams. Megan Alvarez. Joanna Barona. Ryan Capes. Patrick William Cheshire. John Edward Klein, Jr. Daniel Gary Crumbly. Monica Elise Davis. Rachel Margaret Dennis. Robert Kuhlman Eilertson. Clinton Charles Irvin. Marquise L. Fletcher. Alicia Marie Graham. James A. Hald. Thomas Eugene Henley, summa cum laude. Fernando Olanda. Frank G. Hummel IV, cum laude. Andrew Theron Hundeby. Laura Marie Izquierdo. Muhammad Kassauni. Eleanor D. Mabuka, summa cum laude. Nicole Gaddis Malcolm. Iram Hina Mihal, cum laude. Igor Mitrovic. Ivan Monsalve. Hannah Marie Moore. Linda W. Moore, summa cum laude. Nicholas A. Ortiz. Elizabeth Rose Peacock, cum laude. Holly Fan, summa cum laude. Alex Phi, cum laude. Tao Mei-Chin Brooks, summa cum laude. Saritha Yvonne Thacker. Konstantin Vasily Verlagas. Tran Kathy Vaughn, cum laude. Crystal Dawn Wood, cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth Meyer. Ashley Juanita Davenport, minor in information technology. Rebecca Allison Dix. Orande N. Freeman. Stephanie Nito. Jillian M. McGinty. Sarah Rebecca Morgan. Crystal A. Cole. Ryan Miller. Mark Miner. Chigozie V. Okoro. Rigoberto Rivera, Jr. Megan Ann Archer.
Yeah!
Stephanie M. Balastagi. Juan Carlos Estrada, Jr., cum laude. Dustin Perry Hodges, summa cum laude. Diana Marcela Jimenez. Megan Elizabeth Johnson. Stephanie Gregory Johnson. Correction, Stephen Gregory Johnson. Brittany Berger Jones. John Ryan Jorsted. Tay H. Kim. Keynes LeConte. Nate Knopp, cum laude. Tasha P. Reed. Helen Elizabeth Van Dusen. Maria Fernandez. Antoinette Gabriel. Cynthia Marie Locker. Heather Nicole Maynard. Bailey Meredith Montalban. Clarissa Irene Newman. Abini Tapp. Nakia Beasley. Kelly Elena Weiss. Victoria Kaylin Watson. Umer Azhur. Sterling Rashad Brown. Blaze Andrew Chamberlain, summa cum laude. Matthew Roland Koger. Ty T. Lake. Rick Lee. Matthew Montana Quick, magna cum laude. Rozan Safi. Alice Lorraine Whitfield. Sydney Catherine Coleman. An Lee. Derek D. Randolph, cum laude. Jose Vicente Targa. John Foster Chessman. Jonathan Antonio Gilman. Kevin Kyungsuk Lee, magna cum laude. Kevin Anthony Matthews. Richard Paul McInnes. Nisha Moodbury. Marin Krasimirov Rangelov, cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and everyone present in congratulating the graduating class of the summer of 2014.
Please be seated. Thank you. Mr. Chad Miller, Alumni Board Chair, will now address the graduating class on behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association.
Graduates, several years ago I sat where you're sitting and walked across this same stage to become an alumnus. As you left the stage today, each of you received a lapel pin like this one as a token of appreciation from Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation, and also a way to say congratulations on your job well done. On behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association, we welcome you, our newest alumni. You have invested time and effort into GGC, and we hope you'll keep informed about the changes and achievements in your lives and keep us informed with them as well. Share your experiences and talents with GGC and each other. Wear this lapel pin when you go to your interviews, your networking events, anything of that nature, and be a GGC ambassador and advocate GGC in your careers and among your friends. Many of you have already made a contribution to the foundation as students, and we thank you for setting this example among your peers. We are grateful for your support and support of our friends, community, and fellow alumni. While the state is our leading partner, additional resources from friends, parents, faculty, staff, and of course alumni are always vital to our continued success. Please watch for any communications from our Alumni Relations Office and be sure to keep in touch via email and Facebook with us. And join the Alumni Association group on LinkedIn. We have everything. We have tons of events for you to join up and come to with us as well, including the holiday party, trivia nights, and homecoming coming up. We celebrate today both your academic achievements and the start of your new identity as GGC alumni. On behalf of the GGC Foundation, the Alumni Association, and the almost 2,000 fellow GGC alumni, congratulations on reaching this special day in your lives. We look forward to your partnership with us in the years ahead. Congratulations.
For the second time in Georgia Gwinnett College history, the ROTC program will commission one of its cadets, Jose Targa. Cadet Targa's oath of office will be administered by Captain Theodore Dunham. Cadet Targa will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the active duty Army.
Good afternoon. Dr. Brzezowski, distinguished staff and faculty, thank you for the opportunity to honor this new lieutenant as he commissions today into the United States Army. On behalf of Colonel Hall, the Chief of Operations Division for the National Guard in Alexandria, Virginia, and the Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Kurt Felpel, who could not be here today. They were both called away on urgent business. Isn't it interesting how the Army has the ability to do that? I am Captain Ted Dunham, Assistant Professor of Military Science here at Georgia Gwinnett Army ROTC. It's a great day in the Army and for the Georgia Gwinnett College when we can commission an officer into the Army. It is a momentous occasion when we can commission an individual as accomplished as Jose Targa. Targa came to us an already seasoned combat infantryman, having been previously enlisted and achieving the rank of Staff Sergeant. He performed 2 tours of duty in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan, with Lawrenceville's very own Alpha Company, 121st Infantry Regiment, Georgia Army National Guard. He was our very first contracted cadet in our newly formed ROTC program here at Georgia Gwinnett College. And in front of you today, he was conferred his degree, confirming his completion of all required ROTC courses and enabling him to be commissioned. Today, he will take his oath of office as a second lieutenant in the United States Army in the Ordnance Corps. The oath of office that he is about to be administered dates back to 1790 and has been relatively unchanged since 1898. He will swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, an oath that is not taken lightly. Mr. Targa, Cadet Targa, that's the last time I'll get to call you that. Please face your peers, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Cadet Targa,
Having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States, in the grade of second lieutenant, do solemnly affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Professor of Military Science, Colonel Kurt P. Felpel, I present to you the newest officer in the United States Army, Second Lieutenant Jose Targa.
Thank you, Captain Dunham, and congratulations, Second Lieutenant Targa. Sean Stevenson with GGC Voices will now sing the Georgia Gwinnett College alma mater. Please stand.
Can you turn it up a little bit? We have gained wisdom and honor from our home of green and gray. We will go forth and remember all we learned along the way. And with knowledge and compassion, we will build communities, leading by example and with dignity. Georgia Gwinnett will never forget how we have grown and those that we met. Georgia Gwinnett with love and respect. Our alma mater, Georgia Gwinnett. Our alma mater, Georgia Gwinnett. Woo!
Thank you again, Sean Stevenson, for that wonderful rendition of the alma mater. Please be seated. The ceremony now draws to a close, and soon the recessional will begin. The platform party will depart first, followed by the faculty. The faculty will exit their seats and form two lines on opposite sides of the center aisle. The graduates will continue their recession through these lines as the faculty congratulate and communicate with their former students. This faculty-student exchange represents the close relationships and strong bonds built between the faculty and the graduates during their shared time at GGC. Now please remain in place for the exit of the platform party, the recession of the faculty, and the summer 2014 graduates, in that order. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you again for coming.